phone chopped suey. I had to reboot it. However, I put away childish things when I became a man. I don't chase women. Some people interpret things differently when you a young person opposed to when you are an adult, or you put away childish things. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, your spirit will attract friendships in all walks of life. If you striving to be upright in a righteous manner. Those that know Cousin Pete know that I'm a pretty good dude. I may have flaws, but I'm solid. Name a person who don't. My interpretation of chasing women is for one objective and one goal, and that's sex. I put away childish things. I have enough beautiful children that, by the way, is successful, are growing to be very intelligent, very witty, very wise. So I entertain friendships because you always want friendships in all walks of life, because each individual brings something to the table that may be of some substance for you. And it ain't always about the sex. It's about the genuine friendship of people that can support you if you're working on something, build something, check in, have a conversation with. That's if you put away childish things. What I've noticed is people had a impression about you if they haven't seen you in a while. They think you're the same old individual that you was 20 years ago, 10 years ago, a month ago. They haven't experienced the renewal of you that has put away childish things. Not childish as in you play too much childish, but childish as in doing things without a cause, running the streets, clubbing, drinking. Every time we see you a drunk. Every time we see you high. Every time we see you in the club. Every time we see you, you doing things that don't produce nothing. Every time we see you chasing women. Every time we see you on that corner. It's a reputation that one would have whom has known you for quite some time back in the days. And so when they see you doing something different, they say, oh, he faking. That ain't him. And that's just because they don't know the new you. That's all. They haven't stepped into your world of the renewal of the mind in you. And this is why they say, don't judge. You don't know what's going on in somebody's head or what then transpired if you ain't been around them. Don't judge. So people tend to judge you based off what you was. I ain't on the block no more. I've never smoked or drank in my life. It ain't never interested me, but that money was interesting to me. And I don't think I was the average type of dude even when I was on the block. I had a strong team behind me who got a lot of love for me still. I rocked with my folks. I supported my folks. I bailed a lot of people out of jail. I showed love. I put people on. I did it all when I was in the game. I chased women when I was in the game. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. How did you become a man, Cutting Pete? Unfortunately, I had to spend a lot of time in prison. Because sharp as I was, or as I thought I was, somebody told on Cousin Pete. I still got the paperwork, by the way. They told on the Cousin Pete, told me I was distributing all of the Berkeley and other areas and all this conversation in the courts. And a couple names popped up that had I been in the game and I was childish, I put them on blast. Hell out of my car. But now that I'm a grown man, I put away childish things. And so they cost me a lot of money. A lot of money. Bail was astronomical. 155. Lawyer money. Commissary. Away from my family. Because I was sharp. They even said it. They said, we couldn't get you. All them damn years. Because it was a program that I ran on discipline. However, people close to me got knocked themselves and you know, I had to pay the price. But when I paid that price, I went away for a while. And in the process of being away for a while, I studied more. I enhanced my understanding and my knowledge of self. And so when I came home, I tried my hand one more time, and it just didn't seem right. I said, man, I'm done with this. Although it accumulated lots of money. I was fighting a fight on trying to be upright yet trying to still maintain the financial stability that I had. When I went, they froze my whole checking account. They called it felonious obtained drug money. They put a $12.75 hold. And when I pleaded out, they took tens of thousands of dollars from me. When I pleaded out, that was the gimmick to make me plead. Then they could say, yeah, it would come from that. Had I known that, I would have fought my ass off even more. But, you know, telling is real. And your friend ain't always your friend, and your cousin ain't always your cousin. Now, it was a renewal in the mind when I failed. And I came home and I tried my hand one more time. And it just didn't feel right. I said, I'm done with it. It was a fight between trying to be upright and still trying to have my financial stability. I had a home. I still had cars when I came home. But to maintain that, income had to be coming in. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to give what I said I was going to give a chance when I get home. And so I started my hands and other things that became successful off the top. And then after that, I started taking that money and invested in other things. And 3 or 4 years went past, and I didn't think nothing of the old me. I started walking into the new me, the renewal of the mind. And from that day forward to today, I'm grateful and thankful to Almighty God for putting me away the way He had to in order for me to renew my mind, renew my thinking, re-strategize. So a man thinketh, so is he. I thought of me being great. And so I'm using social media as a platform to speak to my people or to give something to you of wisdom or knowledge or understanding that you may do it better than I've done it. This is what this platform for me is about. It's not the rant. I don't be doing no ranting. I feel that I'm successful. You don't have to be successful financially, although I'm okay. But I'm successful in my spirit. I feel good. I'm successful in my energy. I eat good. What do you mean you eat good, Cousin P? I eat 1 time a day. Those around me know I eat the best foods. I take minerals. I take my vitamins every morning and every night. I take my vitamins in the morning and minerals when I go to sleep. What is that, Cousin P? Well, I take oregano oil. It's powerful. I take my turmeric. Powerful. I take my multivitamin. Powerful. I take my B6 and B12. You know, I take my garlic pills, clean the blood. That's in the morning. But after my meal, I'm back at it again. I take my whack bladder. It cleans intestinal walls and gives you. It has a 92 minerals in it. I take my sea moss. All the tea. It's all in the tea every night. I put green tea in there. I put natural honey in there. I put black maca sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Gives you that energy. Relaxes you. I put a little mint sometimes. I mix it up, but that's what I'm talking about when I say I'm successful in my spirit, in my energy, in my health. The renewal of the mind. So the cousin P that used to be, that ain't him no more. The only thing of old that's in the new cousin P is his principles, his morals, his values, and you know he still ain't taking no shit from nobody. And the person he's scared of, that sucker ain't even born yet. He still got that. He still got that. Believe that. He still get down for his crown, without a doubt. Now, never let nobody tell you that you ain't this, you ain't that, you can't be this, you can't be that, and try to judge you on your past, on what it was. Because in order to understand what it is, I had to make this podcast to go through the journey of Cousin Pete to tell you what it was. But the new me, you see, I'm smiling. I go to the dentist faithfully. Back then, I wasn't taking vitamins. I'm taking vitamins now. Back then, I wasn't taking minerals. I'm taking minerals now. Back then, I even didn't spend a lot of time with my children because I was running those streets, getting money, flying everywhere, doing everything. And every time they say, Dad, can I get the money. Here go the money. Money. I allowed the money to be the father back then. But now, I'm present, baby. Faithfully. When I was a child, I act like a child, I walk like a child, I talk like a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. You're going to stumble in life. You're not going to get it off the top. There's no manual on life. You got to live and you learn. So when people have to critique Cousin P, it's okay. You know who I am. But I can also tell you this. If a person disrespecting Cousin P in any form, in any fashion, it's several things. Either you don't know me, or you haven't seen the renewal of my mind. I'm not smashing no more. I'm not in them streets. I'm more calmer, more humble. More spiritual. It's because you thinking about the old me. When if you get a dose of the new me, although the old me was a good dude too. Probably a good dude because I, did a lot of stuff for a lot of people. It's probably why I got the love now. But I ain't doing nothing for a lot of people monetarily. I'm doing it more spiritually in the word of this podcast, giving back to my people. But if you knew the new me, you appreciate me more. I'm always trying to talk it out and iron it out before I, go off the deep end. Back then, I didn't do no talking. those know what time it is. The street, let me tell you something, man. The streets gonna keep it real, man. I ain't got no bad name on me. My jacket is clean. If I say what I done, that's what I done. They gonna say, oh, he was a sucker, he lying, he done had this, he done had that. The streets gonna keep it real. And you know another person that's gonna keep it real when you say you this and you say you that? Your wife, your girlfriend, or just a significant other, or family close to you. When you get to talking like this on social media, they gonna say, oh, that nigga ain't shit, he lying. They know you. You ain't gonna have none of that with Cousin P. Because I'm an apex to my family. If you know what the apex means, it means the centerpiece. They come to me. God put me in a position because of the way I carry myself, my character, my morals, what I stand for, my family values, so they call on Cousin P. Not just me, it's a few other family members in my family. You know, when something transpired, those phones are going to be rung first. I'm one. So with this said, dear family, it's the renewal of the mind, coming from getting out of the old into the new. Being able to be reborn again, as Jesus said. Didn't he say that? Reborn again only means the renewal of the mind. It don't mean that you're going to die and somebody going to pick you up, dig you up out the graveyard, and then you're going to have a new form and a new body. Nah. The renewal of the mind was always talking about being obedient to the will of God, because we so disobedient. See, disobedience represents death, and obedience represents life. And this is why throughout the Holy Quran and the Bible, it all is giving you metaphors or stories about people that went astray or went wrong, and a prophet was raised or a messenger was raised to give them people wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that they may be obedient to God again. And that's when you're living the renewal of the mind. This is part one, because this is going to get real interesting, you know. Part one. Renewal of the mind. People going to talk and all that. We're going to trip off all that. We're going to do what we came to do. They don't have my vision. They don't have your vision. Renew your mind, man, and do something different. It's your cousin, Cousin P. I'm out. Part one.